And we are live. Good evening, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 409. Today is Friday, today is Friday.
It is Friday.
June 7th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 3-ish.
At 3-ish.
And it looks like it's about that time.
It is that time. That's right, folks. Today we have some interesting stories coming. Of course, the top story, which I'm sure you've seen all over Twitter. Indian lawmakers propose adoption of 10-year jail term for crypto dealings. Canada, Vancouver mayor suggests ban on Bitcoin ATMs. Binance confirms stablecoin offering coming soon. And Kodak launches a blockchain-enabled document management system. But first, who is the free cryptic coin winner of yesterday?
Oh, yeah. So we didn't have a cryptic coin question from yesterday for a winner, but we will have one today. So keep watching to get that question.
All right. Before we get started, how are the prices looking today?
Oh, yeah. So our price rundown for today, Bitcoin jumped overnight up to $7,955.
Woo, coming
up
back.
3%. Ripple took a bit of a dip, down 0.05% to 42 cents. Ethereum hovering around $250, up 2%. Bcash hovering around $400, up 1.2%. EOS showing some life with a 6% gain overnight at $6.61. And Litecoin still pushing towards the halving at $116, up 5%. So those are the top 6 coins in the market cap.
There we go. What is going on, Tessa Hall? Thanks for the welcome back. Yes. In the coming weeks, myself and Bitcoin Zay will be in and out, switching and tag teaming folks. So you'll still see one of us, but we are on the other side trying to get some things done as well.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a hot summer.
Hot summer. So, top story. Indian lawmakers propose adoption of 10-year jail term for crypto dealings. What is going on here?
It
is getting real out here.
Preposterous.
So, you're telling me we're proposing to send about 20% of the world's population to jail if they decide to do anything with crypto.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. How is this working?
Now, this hasn't passed. However, this is a proposed draft bill called Banning Cryptocurrencies and Regulation of Official Digital Currency Bill 2019. This is cut straight to the point.
So original, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Let's go straight to it.
We want to make sure you understand what this bill is about.
Oh, yeah. And if you have any reservations about what they mean by banning, they literally mean the regulation will reportedly relate to those who mine, hold, buy, and sell cryptocurrencies, as well as those who deal with cryptocurrencies directly or indirectly. So you could have some indirect transaction with Bitcoin that you don't even know about, and they will enforce this rule. If it's passed, India's bill would order cryptocurrency holders to declare their crypto assets within 90 days and dispose the assets. That is one of the things that is kind of weird about the story, is that I don't know if they know about crypto, but you can't destroy it. You can lose it. You can hand it over to them and they keep it, but I mean, if you destroy the flash drive, I'm sure if they keep their private keys and can still access it, I mean, you can still do it remote. However, they want their own crypto. This looks like they want their own state-backed crypto. And the reason they're doing this is because if you think about any time in human history, when they round up people or round up people's money or possessions.
Trust us. No, come here.
Exactly.
Give me all your guns.
It's better for
America?
the country. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what
no
it
more
is.
mass shootings, America. Give us your
better.
guns and your crypto. We'll fix it all for you.
Yeah, and it can lead to a 10-year jail sentence. Good gracious, you can do 10 years for holding crypto. Yes, people. Very, very possible in India. So, unfortunately, we're starting to see, as McAfee calls, the beginning of the war. This might be the first shot in the war if it actually passes.
And kind of going, well, it's just the preposterity even, putting this up as a bill. That means there are people in your government who thinks like this, that you should be in prison if you use this. And I guarantee you the U.S., the only reason they haven't done it is they actually think that, hey, there might be a real uprising if we do this. Because Americans won't go for that. I hope not, but you never know.
It basically proved us right.
Right.
Like
but it kind of go along with you're saying there's not even a way to destroy it or how they dispose of it. I mean, you kind of hit on the head the first time. It says in accordance with the prescription of central government, they have to dispose of it, which means give it all to the government, and they'll start to store up Bitcoin until they finally one day, 10 years from now, which even funnier and ironically, 10 years after that first person who went to jail for having crypto comes out, they will find out that, guess what, Bitcoin is now legal, is backed by the state. Oh, and guess what? Everything, the digital rupee and all that stuff they're trying to create is backed by their state-backed Bitcoin.
Oh, so just like marijuana.
I was just going to say the same thing we saw with marijuana, the same thing we saw with alcohol. The same thing we've seen with mushrooms now looks like in Colorado. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So it's one of those things where we keep preaching this. If you want to be one of these Ned Flanders, I mean, we did a guest podcast with somebody, and you know, a lot of their guests would call on. They're basically like, well, we don't see anything wrong with the financial system. We don't see anything wrong with government. We don't see anything wrong with anything right now.
Black people that said that.
Yeah, that was black people who said that as well. But if you want to be a Ned Flanders and that's the way you think, then go ahead. But that means there's something literally that you just, if you're in crypto, I mean, it's black and white the way you see this now. You're waking up. We always say what? Wednesday mornings and Fridays, people, right? Yeah, Friday morning. 10, you can get 10 years possibly for messing with crypto. And as Bitcoin Zay alluded to already, this new bill reportedly proposed the development of a new national cryptocurrency called the digital rupee, while India's central bank, the Reserve Bank of India, reportedly postponed its plans to release a central bank digital currency in early 2019, because just like every other company that didn't want to release anything going into early 2019 because it still was a bear market. Yeah. But it's crazy. They're literally saying, hey, if you use Bitcoin or any other crypto, period, if you have anything to do with it, 10 years jail.
That's crazy.
But if you use our crypto, the digital rupee, you're good to go. Business as usual.
Oh, yeah. And one other caveat to this story that is important to know is that most people are thinking, or they thought, that the Reserve Bank of India has something to do with it. However, they have denied its involvement or knowledge of a draft government bill. I do believe that they are lying. I don't think it just happened to pop up.
No, it's billions of dollars, trillions. We didn't know anything about
billions and trillions of dollars at stake.
Our analysts aren't doing their job. We're not firing anyone today.
Yeah, and they claim that their bank has no communication with the central government.
Oh, man.
Your bank may not, but people work for your bank, and those people communicate with people who work for the government. I'm sure this has been in talks for a while. I'm sure they've had backroom discussions with cigar-filled rooms where they've basically been like, so what can we do to solve this problem? Oh, let's just give people 10 years. Yeah, that'll probably work. And this is what we have now. So important to see there that even when we see this come out, the reserve banks, they'll probably put their hands up like, hey, we didn't have anything to do with it. That was the government. Then the government will be like, well, we don't have anything to do with it. It's the bank. So that's how it goes.
And the scary thing about this, the U.S. is actually already mimicking this, people. Believe it or not, they're not straight up throwing people in jail. And that's because people are bending the knee. They're paying the government from the extortion they're getting. But I mean, I feel like we were literally a stone's throw away from it. Right now in California, I mean, if you look at all these Bitcoin and crypto cases in the United States of people who usually don't go to jail, but they're paying these big fines for money they made on crypto the last few years. It's all happening in Southern California, specifically LA and the surrounding county. They've been coming down as hard, as well as NorCal as well. But instead of giving people 10 years, the government is literally just going in like, all right, 40% of what you made, like give it to us. So,
and in India, you know, the caste system,
right?
Some people can't afford that fine anyway,
true, which is why it's probably just straight up jail.
Yeah, let's just stay in jail. Yeah.
Where they basically have free slavery, which we do here as well. So, again, people, this is crazy, but this is where we're going. This is the testing ground. And we talk about that with everything in crypto. You know, another country does it first, kind of all the bigger countries, just like a big company. They'll let Mom and Pop or Bitcoin Zay and King do a show just to see, okay, so people watch it. All right, run it up. Let's do a bigger show. Let's get let's have some people auditioning here. Let's give them the script or whatever. But I mean, it's literally the same thing here, where it's not just going to be limited to India, people. This is a testing ground. If it passes or if it works here, expect other countries to follow along.
Oh yeah, it's definitely coming.
It's crazy. Canada. Now let's move to another country that's tripping. I mean, they literally called each other up last night. It was like, let's go aggressive today.
Let's do it on Friday.
All right, Canada. Vancouver mayor suggests ban on Bitcoin ATMs. That's right,
what
Bitcoin
an idiot.
Zay. You and your type aren't welcome.
What an
in the
idiot.
city of Vancouver, Canada.
I don't want to go to that place anyway.
They're considering banning Bitcoin automatic teller machines due to money laundering issues. The Next Web reported on June 5th. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
The mayor of Vancouver, Kennedy Stewart, has reportedly suggested a complete ban on Bitcoin ATMs in connection with the increasing number of money laundering cases. A police report cited by the Next Web claimed that criminals could purchase a Bitcoin ATM for their own needs for a few $1,000s and then deposit their cash into that ATM as many times as required to profit from or eliminate the transaction fees. Not really, but I'm sure Bitcoin Zay would get into this. And before he gets deeper into the story, I would definitely, this should have been a dino of the day, actually. I mean, this is crazy, but people, here's the thing about criminals. Throughout society, since humans were here, There have always been criminals.
Always.
You will never get rid of criminals. This whole war on drugs, war on this, or trying to stop money laundering cases will never stop. Now, does that say you should let them run wild? No. But here's my question. If they weren't using the Bitcoin ATM that just came out in the last few years, what had they been using to launder all of their money? Yeah. All right? This is Bitcoin ATMs aren't changing the money laundering game. But I'm sure this mayor knows this. What he's not probably telling us is that, hey, guys, I got like an 80% stake in a bunch of regular ATMs around Vancouver. That
Let's get these crypto.
Yeah, we got to get them up out here. What's going on with this story?
Oh, yeah. Well, it seems as though they're starting in Vancouver to see crypto pick up. One of the bad things about government is that whenever they discover something new, they don't know how to react to it without having a blanket ban. They want to have some time to research and figure out how they can control it. So they just ban everything. Just get rid of it. Let's just stop it for now. Then we can come up with a standard way for performing these transactions. Now, for those of you who know, run an ATM, there's so much you have to do in order to get the ATM going. As far as their standardization, all they have to do is what they do now. If you want to take out money, anything over $1,000, you have to provide KYC. If you want to do anything over $10,000, you have to go to even further KYC. And that's the bad part about ATM, so to say. If you want to money launder, the ATM is a terrible way to launder money, actually. Right. Because
all digital.
It's not worth it. Yeah, for one, it's not worth it because if you're laundering money and you have to go there every day to get less than $1,000, that's a long time to get. I mean, it'll take you a whole year to get, over $250,000.
Right.
And even if you did that, that's still a drop in the bucket for money laundering, like long term. So that KYC definitely helps in different places. Vancouver doesn't have it yet, so they're gonna blanket ban it and then try and outright just go ahead and regulate it from there. But this dude is an idiot because, like I've always said, if you don't know about Bitcoin, you say stupid stuff like this. And if you don't know about Bitcoin ATMs especially, that's why you come up with money launderers, and it's a security issue. It's a national security. Yeah, it's whatever. But
well, we already know that's what they're going for. I mean, right now it hasn't happened to where they can go ahead and say that golden terrorist attack by Bitcoin. I mean, they're prepping it, people. Trust
it's
me.
Coming, man.
They're probably like these. The gentlemen in crypto keep warning people. Let's give it a couple more years, but they are definitely waiting to say it. But I will have to disagree with you. You just called this guy. You say he's an idiot. I will say I disagree and I think he's more of a dinosaur. He's more of a dinosaur.
More of a dinosaur.
Give him that roar. Oh,
Give
one more time.
Roar.
Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. All right, we're seeing a lot of great comments roll in.
Yeah, get this
Let's have it going in the background, right? We're seeing a lot of great comments come in from both of these last articles. So give me a moment as I load them up. Say some shout outs as well. Oh, yeah. What's going on, Trek? This PFC Wells.
What's up, Trek?
Top Networkers Group. What's going on? Allison Thompson. Tommy Brown. Eric Brooks in the house. Clarice and Dennison. Clarice and Dennison was saying they really don't want any more Bitcoin getting into retail investors' hands. Kind of going back from that first story. Listen, that has been the trend of the United States as well as every other country out there as of now. They literally do not want retail investors, mom and pop, those who don't have money already, to have any more crypto. And India is just being black and white, cut and dry with it by letting people know that. But it's the same in the United States. They just haven't publicly said it. Yeah. We've been told by people that work at the SEC, this is the deal. And as far as our business dealings, as long as we keep everything for credit investors, we're good to go. They literally just don't want poor people into crypto.
Yeah, literally. They don't want you. If you need any more proof that your government does not want you to succeed,
right,
here you go.
Which was actually for us was a, not that we didn't know already, but there was even further evidence that, hey, this is the future. They are trying to keep this out of the masses' hands. Why would they want to do that if it's not worth anything? Yeah. Clarence also said, Holy Tyrannic Sonic's Batman. Eric Brooks says, so India makes large cash notes illegal and then prohibits crypto, so it's harder to switch to Bitcoin. No conspiracy there. Exactly. Yep. Same thing Venezuela did, honestly. When they made whatever, I guess their equivalent of their $100 whatever bill, it was all right. It's not worth anything anymore, people. Oh, and by the way, we have the petrodollar and Bitcoin's illegal.
Yeah, just out the blue.
Right. What's going on, Alicia Bratz? Yes, PFC Wells said they are setting the paper trail with those bending the knee. I'm glad to. We need to be able to see who they are.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, what's going on? Chris says 76 machines in Vancouver. Looks like crypto is more transparent than fiat. Exactly.
That's what we keep saying. It's like, that's a terrible way to launder money is through crypto at an ATM machine. Has a physical location. Has a network location. You have KYC if you have to do it.
76 of them.
That's what I'm saying. The convenience of an ATM is for regular people to get cash out without having to go through KYC. at a reasonable rate. It should be, in my opinion, just you do whatever you want.
Right.
But of course, that would be too hard of a job for police and whatnot to catch money laundering. But even the rules we have now, like it's literally set up so if you make some profit, you can go, hey, I made $500 off of such and such. Hey, trade it in, get cash in a second instead of waiting for an exchange. That's all it's there for. But of course, you gotta do it.
And I was saying, in general, it's unfortunate that it's disheartening that we actually know the truth. Like all of this stuff, of course, it makes sense, people. It is being called with our many corrupt governments around the world. Where now that we have something, we have all this transparency and different things. We literally have software to allow for digital transparency, not only when it comes to money, but now we talk about supplies and everything. Mm-hmm. And again, this might have been the first shot when we talk about India and now Vancouver, the second shot. But we're about to start seeing more of this from big countries, bigger governments, where they're just trying to blanket ban stuff, where they're coming out making the most radical comments because their business is about to be exposed.
I think the end of end of this year, when this bull market starts, is why they're doing this. And they're definitely going to be exposed. Yeah.
Something we said early on to people, we kind of saw it when it comes to some of the scams and stuff. Expect to see it more. It's going to be people getting killed over this. All right, it's kidnappings and killings are going to happen. You're talking about billions and trillions of dollars. And they're already talking about putting people in prison for 10 years. That's what they say to you in public. Yeah. But they have a military force and they're not doing anything else in private. Yeah. I highly doubt that.
Oh, yeah. Well, people have died every day, B.
That's true. Wife says no. Great point. Wife says no. Says Toronto is catching a different L tonight in the fight. They caught 2 L's a day. Canada's catching 2
caught a couple L's a day.
For real. Exactly. Allison Thompson also said it's war. That is our point, people. We always say it. This is a financial war that's been underway for really since we got rid of the gold-backed currency. Our gold-backed currency. Before we were born, this war has been going on. Actually, if you kind of do your homework, it's the reason for some of the world wars. Is to create debt and finance different countries and keep the wealthy wealthy. But again, this is a different type because now it's actually attacking those who do the corrupt things. Oh yeah. Or at least those who do it and lie about it. True. Because if you do it and tell the truth, we can confirm it on the blockchain. All right, Binance confirms stablecoin offering coming soon. It has been reported. Word. What? It looks like Binance said, hold on now, Facebook. You might have been punking the Gemini twins like that, but hey, this is our turf over here. What's going on with them in their new stablecoin?
Oh yeah, well, Binance's chief financial officer Wei Zhu said the first stablecoin will be launched on the platform in a matter of weeks to a month or two. So that is basically crypto speak for we have it ready, but we're gonna roll it out when it's a good time. We've seen a lot of people make these announcements of an announcement. Where they basically tell you we're going to tell you when it's coming out, and hopefully their stablecoin will make it easier to go back and forth between their centralized exchange and their decentralized exchange. So the token will be called Binance GBP, which is kind of whatever, which will be fully backed by reserves of British pounds. More coins tied to other fiat currencies will follow, he said. While Binance will also work with partners wanting to issue their own stablecoins on their native blockchain, because remember, they have Binance Chain now, they have the Binance Decentralized Exchange, they have the Binance stablecoin coming, and Binance is down right now. If you try and log on to Binance right now, Binance is actually down. They had a hard disk.
We're down.
And we're down. They actually had a hard disk drive replacement or something that rebooted, I guess, as they explained it on Twitter, literally 5 minutes before we got on, that popped up. So all of that stuff is good, and Binance's stablecoin, hopefully it does all right, but it is crypto. The site is down crazy right now.
This is madness, people.
We'll see how it works out and if it actually helps their business.
So, here is an actual test. This is a perfect training environment right now. Yeah. If you're a user on Binance and you have money on there, let's just say they're down permanently. Your money's gone, people.
It's gone.
That's how it works.
Yeah, just think about it. Whatever you got on Binance now, you're like, when it's good, we're good. No, money could be gone.
He could come back on Twitter in 5 more minutes, but look, we thought it was the hardest thing. Actually, we knew it was. But as soon as it rebooted, was a honeypot already set, somebody got us, that money's gone. True or not, that money's gone. Yeah. So that's just, stay aware, stay vigilant that, hey, even if it's a regular Friday afternoon, I'll come back and trade the rest of this in 3 hours or something. You never know. You can literally just get that message on Twitter or something, website's down, and a few more minutes later, you come back and be like, we're actually permanently down. In fact, we don't even know who CZ is no more. That man, they got a facial surgery and everything. So seriously, though, make sure you're vigilant about that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Who else do we have coming in? Let's see a few more people. About to have a third 7,000 Bitcoin hack. Hopefully not, wife says no. Eric Brooks said, FYI, Binance trading is back up again. And yes, keep funds on wheels. Appreciate that, cool. Eric.
So they got it back up.
Yep. Antonio said, India playing games with their future economy. Of course. That's what most billionaires and trillionaires do. Or I guess groups of trillionaires.
Oh, yeah. And they still got the caste system. So come on, man.
All right. It's crazy. All right. And last but certainly not least, Kodak. That is right.
Not black.
Kodak, hilarious. Kodak, who hijacked the blockchain name for their stimulus package a couple years ago, is back in the news now as they have launched a blockchain-enabled document management system. That is right. Not sure what or why. I know Kodak was still doing numbers after that last. Yeah. What do you even call that?
It was a minor, but they said it was guaranteed profits, which is literally...
So it's a scam.
Literally a scam. All right,
I'm surprised Kodak is still around after Kodak that last scam. Still, yeah. That's the word I was looking for.
Exactly.
Kodak's pivot to blockchain is coming into focus. The legacy camera brand announced a new blockchain-based document management system at a 2-day conference in Rochester, New York. What is this blockchain-based document management system? Is it actually something that can work or something real? Or is this another stimulus package because Kodak needs to make some more money or something?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is one of the exercises we need in critical reading because the way that this article starts, it looks as though Kodak came up with some good idea and investors should be excited. However, it says here Kodak document management platform relies on blockchain to provide efficiency and security, according to the company. Okay. So, if Kodak says it is going to improve their efficiency and security, of course, everybody else is supposed to believe it, right? Wrong. Because the last time they said anything, Kodak coin, Kodak mining, Kodak whatever.
Yeah, you guys are striking out in the crypto space.
I mean, it was terrible. So they're pretty much, at this point now where the company is just grasping at straws. Anything blockchain, throw it out. They've said that the blockchain platform will lead to 20 to 40% cost savings through automated workflows and decrease human management of content, information, and documents. So this is what blockchains are used for. They make it more efficient. They make it faster. But it's a document management platform. So I don't exactly know how blockchain is going to actually speed it up more than a regular database right now. But I will say Kodak is smart because January 2008, their stock jumped from $3 to $13 as soon as they threw out blockchain.
That's on a traditional market.
On a traditional market. So this is what we mean by people having good marketing and they're already rich. So they can kind of just throw out a bunch of marketing stuff, see what sticks. If it doesn't work, try something else. So this is what it looks like Kodak is doing right now.
And it looks like it was crazy about this. I didn't even read this story all the way through because I had a general understanding what was going on. Mm-hmm. Plus, Bitcoin Zay pulled this story; he was going to cover it. But as I'm actually reading it with you, I'm laughing because it even says here, is this a great reinvention for a 130-year-old firm or just another scam? I mean, literally, we just talked about the word scam. I didn't even dig into the article.
See, so that's a mile away.
I'm guessing it's probably another scam, which. And feel free, if you're watching us, feel free to @Kodak, people. Put it on Twitter. We are definitely into having these people on the show to figure this out because this is, again, it could be real, but as you look into it, and the biggest thing we talked about the other day, which blockchain? Oh, yeah. You said blockchain. Is there a Kodak blockchain?
Kodak's
I don't
blockchain.
know. Or,
that's the thing. Like, how do we know your private?
Who manages it? Yeah. What developer do you have? Like, come on, give us some more information. I'm not believing it only because of the first two moves they made with the whole Kodak coin trying to do that or the Kodak miner. And of course, they actually came out around the same time as Oscar Mayer's Bacon coin. And they even came out and said, hey, this is just, we're doing this to have some fun. They'll tell people about crypto to show you how it works, to use this. I mean, they literally were just having fun with it. But literally at the same time, Kodak coins come or Kodak miner, whatever Kodak and the blockchain industry is doing, they're coming out. They're like, no, we're serious. Oh, yeah. It's like, you're not serious, though.
Yeah. Ever since Kodak stopped being the leader of processing pictures, they kind of just been like the house mom at home board. They just been throwing stuff around like, oh, let me try this. Oh, let me try this.
They really have.
Let me try this. Let's see if it works. Oh, I saw this thing in the news. Blockchain. Let me try that. Like, they're just throwing out stuff right now. So
right. I will say, and it's kind of here, Kodak is synonymous with trust and quality, said Alejandro Castano from IKNO Colombia in a statement. I would say that, and their current stock price is $2.30. So that shows you, like, that's not supposed to happen with traditional companies.
It was lower than the price it was before they
announced. It was at 3 something?
It was 310.
It was 310. They shoot up to 13 or whatever, and then it drops to 230. Now, granted, that's a part of the market cycle, but it's also a part of people saying, all right, you guys,
I'm not even worth.
I'm done.
Yeah, y'all not even worth the trouble of before you announce blockchain.
Right. So I think that, I do agree their name is synonymous with trust and quality. However, it's already been eroded in this space, and I think if they continue down this path with these L's, then it'll get eroded into their regular business, which I think can be bad for them. And the worst thing is like you can do a branch of it. Kodak invests. Kodak sponsors crypto projects or crypto businesses, but instead they're like, no, we're going to do it ourselves as our company. We're going to pivot a 130-year-old company to something that's happening right now and still being creative. So good luck to you, Kodak. Hopefully your product is a real one, but we will see.
Probably not.
All right. Last few comments before we end this show. Looks like Top Networkers Group. Thank you. Said great show. Been driving and listening. India as well, and our government is tripping too, for sure. Kodak whack. That's right. Kodak Connect, said Eric
Kodak
Brooks.
Connect.
There it is. Yes, it is crazy. Wife says, no, that's right. Smash on those likes and shares, people. What is going on, Richard? From Oz, from Australia.
What's up, brother?
Last few. Eric Brooks said, anyone who did not dump Kodak when it failed to get on the cell camera revolution needs to reassess their investment strategy. Yeah. I mean, exactly.
They've been dumb a long time.
Hold on, Eric Brooks.
Shout out to Eric Brooks.
Wow, with the fire.
They've been dumb a long time.
That is very true. It's like, why hasn't Kodak partnered with iPhone or, Android? I don't know if they have or haven't, but that would kind of make sense for it to be a natural partnership to cell phones. Great comment, Eric. And last but not least is Trek. PFC Wells said, remember the issue about uploading Okay, how do they fix that potential issue? Exactly. So,
and you know what? I'm glad Eric Brooks said that, because the fact that they missed the cell phone camera revolution, this may be why they're gung-ho on not missing blockchain.
Okay.
They probably have people that's like,
that's
hey,
fair, Kodak.
Hey,
now that's fair.
You remember when we missed the cell phone? All right, we can't miss this one.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if the first few things we would do doesn't work at all. We're just gonna keep throwing stuff. We're gonna do blockchain until nobody does it anymore. So that may be a reason. Hey, the psychology of companies. You miss one big one, you start shooting for whatever's out there.
I think whether that's the reason or not, they're about to steal all those talking points from you and use it for their PR moving forward.
Oh yeah.
It's like Jim and the Crypto just did it for us again. Like, all right, just tell everybody we missed the first thing. We're just trying our hardest to make up for it.
Instead of building terrible miners, just hire your boy as a consultant. I can get y'all on the right track.
There we go. All right, for the free crypto coin today, what are we doing?
Oh yeah, so for the free crypto coin, we saw in Vancouver that ATMs are banned. They're trying to stop the cash flow through ATMs. What would you do if you could not use Bitcoin ATMs? If you haven't used one before,
they're amazing.
Basically,
people.
What would you do if you couldn't transact peer-to-peer with cash? What would you do? Let us know. Put your crypto coin address. Very, very, very simple to use. ATMs literally take like 2 minutes. Get your money and go. If you haven't, try one. If you have tried one, let us know what you think. Put that crypto coin address, and we'll send you those free coins.
All right, and last one, Ryan said, thoughts on Riot blockchain and their new exchange, Riot X. I have not personally checked it out.
I have not either, but I have heard of it from a few people.
Right. Looks like wife says no, saying total scam. Ryan saying it's a large mining operator. Oh, I think I do know what you're talking about. I'm not going to speak on it because I didn't do a deep dive on it. I will say in general, though, kind of said this before, but for me personally, I'm staying away from a lot of new things. At this point, there's already a lot of good projects for me that's out there that's already may or may not have been invested in. And then at this point, it's like, all right, let's let these guys mature over here. And I think some of them coming into this bull run are ready to mature and pop off. The main one being Bitcoin, people. So I haven't looked around at too many more new ones yet, but I'll definitely check out Riot as well just to see what's going on there.
True.
All right, and I will say also with the mining thing, be on the lookout, people. Those are about to come back. I mean, as the price of Bitcoin goes up, you remember, because that's how these mining scams work. They say we can guarantee you this amount of money a day or this amount of money a month, and you can only pull it out every 30 days, 45 or 60 days. But we're in a bull run. It makes them look like they have legitimate businesses. So be careful when you start to see all these new mining operations coming out as the bull cycle commences. Why didn't they do it during the bear cycle if it worked so well, right? You got to be careful with that. So just know that. Other than that, have a happy Friday, folks, and we will see you all Monday.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.